sir.
Good evening, Renu. And these headphones are very good quality, I suppose.
Yes, sir. It's a boat. I think company is boat. Company name is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because your voice, your audio is very clear. Normally, when you use Bluetooth headphones, the audio is not clear, but the audio is not
Yes, sir.
distorted. It's clear.
Yes,
How
sir.
much
It's a
were
good
they?
one. I think they were 2000. I think, sir. Yes.
2000. For that price range, very good quality, I would say.
Yes.
The only problem I see with the phone headphones is they are on the ear, not over the ear. That's the only problem because when I wear the headphones which are on the ear, I feel the stress, on my pressure on my ears. I want them
I also feel
over the
pressure when I use a lot these headphones, sir. These headphones.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Mm. Some people have softer ears, it doesn't really matter much when their ears get pressed a little bit. But some people have stiff ears, like
Yes,
me.
sir.
I mean, you press somebody's ear a little bit, this way, that way, twist, they will not feel much pain because very soft. Mine is hard, this part, very. Hey, Mozam.
Good evening, sir.
Evening. I'm posting the books tomorrow. Okay, or rather, I will get the books posted tomorrow. I won't be doing it myself. But yeah, please make sure that you have all the information needed for the books to reach you safely, okay, on your postal address. Your name, your guardian's name, the PIN code, the mile, what do you call it? Landmarks, yeah, landmarks, and street number, street name, whatever is needed. With this guy Prince who lives in Haryana, it was a bit difficult. I sent the books. He did not receive them at first. Then he inquired, and then somehow he managed to get the books. Okay. Hello, Yasmin, ma'am. How are you doing? Are you there?
Hello, sir. I'm not feeling well today.
Ah, I see. I'm sorry.
I've had a fever.
My daughter is sick with a fever too. Suddenly, yesterday she was almost okay.
Um,
Just a little bit of a headache, and today she's down with a fever. I
How
think
is
it's the
she?
weather. Yeah, she's just resting. I'm talking about my grown-up daughter, not my younger one.
Sir, I have a doubt about conditional sentences.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, sir, we always use present simple if we make zero conditional sentences.
Okay. There are some facts, rules. If this happens, that also happens.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Priya. And I really want to apologize to you. I've not been able to keep my word, not been able to give the time I promised. It has been very hard for me. Even when I'm free physically, it's very hard. So
No problem.
just bear with me. Bear with me. Yeah. Renuji, there are some
Yes, sir.
facts. So when you talk about those facts, then you just don't need future at all. For example, if you put cotton in fire, cotton burns. It burns. We don't need to say it will burn. We don't need to say that.
Mm.
It burns. When you put
Yes, sir.
water in the fridge, it freezes. Okay, it becomes cold. So when like this, so the point is if, when, it's very much the same for these sentences. Okay. The idea of if is very similar to when. Okay. For example, if you put ice in the sun, it melts. So put when here. When you put ice in the sun, it melts. So you can use when, you can use if, it doesn't matter. Right. But with other conditionals, you can't use when instead of if. It changes the meaning. But when you're talking about zero conditionals, when and if don't matter. You can use either, and you're still right.
Sir,
When you talk about something,
yes, sir.
again, when you talk about something that happens, you don't need future. You don't need will. Go on.
Sir, first conditional sentence. So we use present simple, also present continuous tense or state of being. We can also use, or in second sentence we use should. We can use should also, or might, or
Now,
may.
yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. Uh, in the first conditional, the first part, if part, is in the present tense. Now, present tense could be present simple, present continuous, doesn't matter. All right. And in the second conditional, when we use the past tense in the first part, if part, because could is the past form, okay? Especially with the result part, it is very common, okay? If you went there, they might kill you. If you went there, they might kill you. Instead of they would kill you, they would kill you is a certainty, and might is a probability. So they might kill you. There is a probability that they will kill you. Perhaps they will kill you. Okay, like that. So you could go with might as well in the second part. There are so many variations, Renu. What we have studied was the most basic idea. And if we understand that idea and allow ourselves, if we allow ourselves to build on that basic idea, then we'll get it all very easily without any confusion whatsoever. We may not have to learn so many rules to remember. Our common sense will keep guiding us if we just take care of the most basic idea that in the first conditional, it was present and will in the second part. In the second conditional, it was past and would. Present change into past, will change into would. If you take care of this basic idea, then all the other variations that we have, we don't have to learn them separately. We would learn them from the context because we would remember the most basic idea. So it's called building on the idea. It's like putting a foundation there and then build on that. Got it? I am familiar with the idea or style where each variation becomes a rule. And the students write 5, 6, 10, sometimes 10 rules of different conditionals. And they try to remember them all one by. They don't see the connection between them, So they have to learn them all separately, one after another. And there is so much of stress to remember 10 rules. I try to clear the cluster, and the confusion and keep it simple. Just two. And the zero conditional that you're talking about, I am simply saying it happens. So when you follow these two words, it happens. She gets angry if you criticize her. She gets angry if you criticize her. Can you not remove the word if and place the word when?
Yes,
Think, and there will be no change in meaning. She gets angry when you criticize her. So the zero conditional is not about which form and that form. It's more about appreciating when and if become kind of similar here. They lose the distinction. But with the first and the second that you studied, if is if, when is different. It became funny when we said, if I see you tomorrow, I will pay you back. When I see you tomorrow, I'll pay you back. Okay, I'll pay your money. So if you say if, it means you're planning you might not see the person. It's a different thing. Yeah. So when you borrow money from someone, you say, when I see you next time, I will pay you back. Okay. When I see you next time, I will pay you back. And if you say, if I see you next time, I'll pay you back, the person might feel a little nervous about, lending money to you. So it changes the meaning. But in zero conditional, it doesn't.
Good evening.
Hey, good evening, Lucky. So
So I got confused.
unless we reach on time, we won't get the front seat. Yes, Priya, what's your confusion?
Like you said that we cannot replace if with when, but I uh, I have a sentence. It's like it goes like this: when I go to the shops, I'll get some milk, or if I go to the shops, I'll get some milk. The idea is same
So
here.
do you realize that the meaning changes a little bit? When you say when, there is no doubt you will go. It is
Okay.
certain you will go. It's only about when you go. Okay.
When-
But when you say, if I go to the shop, then there is a probability you might not go. But if
Okay.
you go to the,
The idea is a bit different.
yes, exactly. You can do that, but it changes the meaning. That's what I've been saying. But in the zero conditional, there isn't a difference. When you put water in the fridge, it freezes. If you put water in the fridge, it freezes. So, fine. I think we are ready to
Sir,
get going.
can I use I might go to Dubai or I might not? Who knows?
Uh-huh.
Like who knows will use with the might. Means
No,
possibility.
no, that's a different thing. That's a different thing. That's a different thing. That was not my concern yesterday.
No, sir, I'm just
Yeah, it's a newer question. Yeah, of course. But no, yes, again, because when you're saying who knows, then you're not talking about certainty, right? So that's why will doesn't sound very natural there. Okay. I might win the lottery. I might win the first prize. Who knows?
So one more question, just a little doubt.
Yes. Feel
So
free.
the sentence,
Feel free, everyone.
the sentence that I shared with you, unless we reach on time, we won't get the front seat. So it's first conditional, or it's the same thing like when we use when.
No.
Like
Listen. Depends. Depends on what you are implying. Okay. If it always happens, as I said, I tried to make it very easy by saying, if the idea is it happens, it happens. You can stay with the present. You won't need the future will or won't. You won't need it. You can stay with the present. It happens. Say it happens. What does it mean? Hota hai aisa. Okay, it happens. It's something that people are familiar with. It happens. Okay. So when you want to convey this idea of it happens, then you don't need the first or the second or any other condition. Zero is fine. Zero means keeping both the parts in the present. Here, you are talking about a situation, real situation, and its probable result. Unless we reach on time, we won't get the front seat. So in order to get the front seat, we need to ensure that we go there on time. We reach there on time. Unless we reach on time, we won't get the front seat. So if we want the front seat, we need to get there on time. Now, see, this is for this moment, for this situation, fair enough. Okay. But you know how popular that show is and how crowded and how, how full it is going. So because it's happening, this is the situation. So you can keep it in the zero conditional. We don't get the front seat there. If you don't go there on time, don't get there on time. It happens again and again. It's not for this time. Okay. I'll go to school on time tomorrow, and I go to school on time tomorrow. What is the difference? When you say I will go, you are not talking about all the time. You're talking about tomorrow, next time, in the future. But when you say I go to school on time, you're talking about in general.
Yeah,
So when you're talking about something which is true in general, then you stay with the present. But when you're talking about something which is specific about this moment that you are talking about, then you can go with the future. For example, if it rains tonight, I will not sleep on the roof. So I'm talking about today's specific time. But if I want to talk about in general, if it rains, I don't sleep on the roof. Of course, both the sentences are fine, but as you know, they convey different ideas. When I say, if it rains, I don't sleep on the roof. So as a routine thing, it happens that when it rains, I don't sleep on the roof. But I'm talking about specifically tonight. If it rains, I will not sleep on the roof. I'm not talking about in general. Then I will need will. Can you appreciate the gap? Especially those who are revising. Those who are here for the first time, I'm not expecting them to understand this. No worries. But those who are revising after the whole course, they should be able to appreciate this.
Yeah.
One sentence, if it rains, I don't sleep on the roof. This if can be replaced with when. When it rains, I don't sleep on the roof.
Zero.
Yeah, we call it zero conditional. If I'm talking about tonight or tomorrow, one specific situation, then I'll say, if it rains, I will not sleep on the roof. Is the gap clear? The distinction between the two. It's not that one is right, the other is wrong. They refer to two different ideas. It is his habit. Unless you abuse him, unless you go to his house and threaten him, he doesn't pay you back. He doesn't pay you back. Okay. Let me tell you something very interesting though. Will can also be used to talk about typical behavior of someone. Typical behavior, not one time specific behavior. Will can be used. When you show him his mistake, he'll start shouting. Now, I'm not saying on one occasion. This is what happens. So will can be used to talk about typical routine habits as well. Can be. And this is why, very interesting it becomes, when you are a learner, you have to understand the distinction and this and that. And as you go to a higher level, you realize those distinctions become a little blurry. Now think of will. I just told you moments ago that will is about one specific occasion. And otherwise it happens, then zero condition. And then it is also true that will can be used to talk about somebody's typical behavior. When you talk about his family, he will start crying. It doesn't mean it will happen in the future. It happens. He typically shows this tendency, this habit. Got it? So, yeah, read more, listen more so that you guys can become familiar with these things. Advanced level of English is such a distant thing for most of us because there's so many things, small ideas, It takes years to get there. This idea of will to talk about typical behavior, if it is part of a course, it cannot be even in the intermediate level. It has to be above that. Because we are Indians and because we have studied English for so many years, it becomes easier for us sometimes to cut the queue, and learn something out of turn like this. And we did understand this because we have had 10 years, 12 years of, though not very well taught, but we have had experience of 10, 12 years of English, exposure, some sort, okay? So it becomes easier. And another point is, I speak the same mother tongue as you, so it also helps.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
I am going to show him round. And I am going to show
Yes,
him
yes. I
around.
asked you to ask this question. Yes. Right, right. Give me a second. Let me message, See, round and around are, I'll message later. Round and around are the same words when they are used as adverbial particles, adverbs. But they are very different when it comes to preposition. Round is a preposition. Around is not round is an adjective. Around is not an adjective. And that's why students get confused. The earth is round or around?
Round.
The earth is
Round.
round. A ball is round, not around. They are different. But when you use them as adverbial particles after a verb, move around, walk around, okay, spin around, move, walk, spin, these are verbs. And this word is adverbial particle next to it, okay? So in this situation, in this context, round and around are the same. The only distinction is round is British English and around is American English. So the earth moves around the sun, spins around the sun, okay? Around or round, it doesn't matter. You say it spins around the sun, it spins around the sun. They're both correct. The only thing is round sounds British, round sounds American. And as an adjective, only one can be used, round. Do you have more queries, more questions? You want me to tell you more about it, or you understood? Dear Nandini, do you have more things to ask about these two words? अपने चारों तरफ देखिए, look around yourself. अब ये बताऊं मैं आपको, we don't realize when we use American English, we think we follow only British English, but that's not true, okay? I'm going to show him around. I'm going to show him round. I'm going to show him around. I'm going to show him round. Both are fine, no problems. मैं उनको घुमाऊंगा शहर. कौन सा शहर? Toronto. I'm going to show him round. I'm going to show him round. Okay. Now we have an exercise here. 5. Oh no, actually 4. I'm going to play an audio file. You guys will shout 1 and 2. Yes.
If there is no difference between round and around, then we can say just look around yourself.
Come again.
Sir, if no difference between round and around, say just look around yourself.
Yes, we can. Look around. But normally what happens, this is so much more common that we find it a little strange to say look around, okay? We always say look around, look around. So, but the distinction lies just this much, that sometimes, like as an adjective, round is fine. Around is not used as an adjective, okay? But when we use them as adverbial particles, then round and around, the earth moves around the sun. The earth moves around the sun. And the earth moves around the sun. They're both the same thing. The earth moves around the sun, the earth moves around the sun. They're both the same thing. The only thing is, one is more common in British English and the other is more common in American English. Now, I'm going to play an audio file, 1.6. You guys will listen and shout 1 or 2. When will you shout 1? When you hear WHO apostrophe S. Do not look at the instruction in 4. Okay, look what we have done in exercise 3. WHO apostrophe S. It is written first, so we will shout 1 for WHO apostrophe S. And when the word is WHOSE, then we will shout 2 because it comes later. Okay?
Whose or whose?
1. Who's at the door? Is it the postman? 2.
First.
Who's at the door? Is it the postman? Look at exercise 3 and then shout. Look at exercise 3. Who's at the door?
1.
1, of course. Who's at the door? 1.
I'm going to the pub. Who's coming?
I'm going to the pub.
1.
Who's coming?
1.
3.
Whose coat is this? It's not mine.
Second.
Second.
I don't understand. When you say 1, then you should say 2 or second. If you said 1, then you should say 2. If you said first, then you should say second. Because 1 and second don't correspond. Okay? 1 and second are different. So if you shouted 1, then for the other one, you can't shout second. You can shout 2. If you shouted first, then you could shout second. You're mixing up cardinals and ordinals.
Okay. Yes, sir.
4.
1 and 2.
Whose are these car keys? They're not ours.
2.
Whose are these car keys? They're not ours. 2. Yeah.
5. Who's going to Tina's wedding?
1.
1.
Going to Tina's wedding. Who's going to Tina's wedding?
6.
Do you know whose umbrella this is?
1.
Second. 1. Second.
Whose
Sir.
umbrella?
Second, sir. Whose umbrella? Second, sir.
Okay. So there are 2 types of numbers. Numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and ordinal numbers, first, second, third. Okay. So first, second, they both are ordinal. So once you are using ordinal second and in other situation you are using cardinal 1, you should say first, second, 1, 2. Now, exercise 5. Each of these questions has one word missing. Write it in. Come on. Hostel students, how many books do you have?
Only 2, sir.
2 students can manage with 1 book, I suppose. Do you have enough? 2 students can manage with 1 book. So do we have half the number of books of your number?
We have only 2 books.
2 books, and there are definitely more than 4 students sitting there. Okay, fine. Then I'm zooming zooming in for you so that you
We
can
can.
look at the questions. One word is missing in these questions. Okay, in each question, one word is. You have to figure out what that word is. Okay, do it nicely.
Done. Good.
Number one, what do you like doing in your free time?
Free time.
Do is missing here.
Yeah.
Do you like listening music? What is missing?
Two. This is like
Two, sir. Do you like
Do you
listening to music?
like listening to music? Three. What sort music do you like?
What sort of music?
Sort of
What
music.
sort of music do you
What
like?
sort of?
Let's
Sort of. What sort of? Yesterday I told you OS should be pronounced of. Okay. What sort of music do you like? Four.
what did you do on weekend?
What are you
What did
doing?
you
Now,
do last
What
weekend?
are you
What
doing
did
tonight?
what did
What
you
did you do?
do last weekend?
Do last
what did you do last weekend? What did you do
last weekend.
last weekend? Five.
What are you
What are
What
you
are you
doing
doing
tonight?
tonight?
What are you doing tonight?
What are you doing tonight? Six.
What are you going to
What
What
are
are
you
you
going to
doing
do
going
after
to
this?
do?
What
Where
are you
where
going
are
to
you
do
going to
after this
after
lesson?
this lesson?
Two is missing here.
Seven.
how many languages
How many
does
types
How
of
many
How
your
many
languages
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 can
does
your
your teacher
teacher
speak?
does your teacher speak?
Does
Does
he
your
speak?
teacher speak?
Does your
Eight.
teacher
what is your
What is your
What
teacher
is your
wearing?
teacher
What is
wearing
your
today?
teacher wearing today?
Question number 7
Every I remember, I mean, every time we have this question, I'm usually wearing something not very nice, not a good combination, you know. All right. Listen, check, and repeat. Pay attention to the stress and intonation. Pay attention to the stress and
intonation?
yesterday I was trying to highlight that through Dolly to all of you. Yeah. I was a teacher. Actually, I was a teacher back then, back there in Turkey, right? Back in Turkey, I was the teacher. I was a teacher. Okay. Hmm. Yes. You have a question?
Question number seven. Question number seven. We can use can. How many languages can teacher speak?
Absolutely. And the everybody, thank you for making this point. How many languages does your teacher speak? How many languages can your teacher speak? Are the sentences right? Means both the sentences are right?
Yeah.
And both the sentences can be used interchangeably too. Interchangeably means one instead of the other in many contexts, but the difference remains. What is that difference? How many languages does your teacher speak? Mainly focuses on what happens. And how many languages can your teacher speak? Focuses on the ability of the teacher. Does, however, sometimes, तुम गाना गाते हो और तुम गाना आता है तुमको. They are two different things sometimes. Sometimes they are the same thing. आता तो है, गाते नहीं है. See? फर्क समझ में आ गया? I can sing, but I don't sing. Right? Now, she can sing beautifully. She sings beautifully. Both are the same thing. If she sings beautifully, it means she can sing beautifully. So, not much of a difference practically. But theoretically, one refers to what happens and the other refers to what she is capable of. So how many languages can your teacher speak focuses on the ability of the teacher. And how many languages does your teacher speak? Yes, it implies the same thing, practically. Because if your teacher is not capable of speaking those languages, how can he speak? How does he speak those languages? However, in some situations, there can be a distinction. For example, again, I can do this, but I don't do this. I can do this, but I don't do this.